Immersion has always been an important factor for Skyrim, which is illustrated by the huge amount of immersive mods available. So in today's video, we will explore a collection of the most immersive mods for you to pick from and use in your next playthrough. Starting out with a fantastic new mod called Improved Camera SE, which is designed to improve your first-person gameplay and make the experience more immersive. This mod contains several new features. Firstly, when in first person, you will be able to see your body, arms and legs whenever you look down. As well as when you start moving or perform any actions, you will see your body move as well. A great feature that actually connects you to your body instead of just being a floating head. Additionally, actions that used to force you into third person can now be performed in first person as well. For example, when sharpening a weapon on the weapon wheel, you would zoom out to third person, but with this mod, your view will stay in first person as you physically sharpen a sword in front of your eyes. Another example would be horse riding, which also would force your character into third person, can now be completely performed in first person as well. This all greatly adds to the immersion of playing in first person, letting you really roleplay as your character. It also comes with an in-game UI, opened by pressing Shift Home, where you can edit different settings or enable and disable certain features, such as changing the first-person field of view. Overall, it's a fantastic mod for first-person gameplay, for which I know many of you prefer to play with. Next is another fantastic mod called Immersive Laundry, and as the title implies, this mod will add washing lines and clothing all over Skyrim, including towns, cities, and even bandit camps. Skyrim is full of humans who wear clothing, and presumably wouldn't have access to modern dryers, so having washing lines hung up all over the place makes complete sense. It's also one of those mods that when you have it installed, you won't even realize it's there, as it feels completely natural and makes Skyrim feel like a living, breathing world. There is also an optional add-on for the mod to add physics to the clothing to imitate a gentle breeze. Although this can look great and adds to the realism of the mod, it can look a little janky at times, so I'll let you decide if you want that or not. Over time, this has become a permanent fixture in my mod list and a great addition that truly adds to the immersion of the world of Skyrim. Then we have one of my favourite immersive mods called Cobb Encumbrance. This mod simply adds a mechanic that slows your movement as you increase the amount of items you are carrying. The slow mechanic is based on the percentage of your current carrying capacity. For example, if my bag is only 10% full, my movement will be barely slower, whereas if my bag is 90% full, my movement is significantly slower. But the best thing about this mod is it's completely adjustable with the configuration menu. Basically, you can adjust how slow you move depending on your carry weight, or you can even make your character move faster with an empty bag. You can also add additional settings such as reduce stamina or stamina regeneration at certain carry weights. But perhaps my favourite setting is the sneak option, where you can adjust your ability to stay hidden depending on your carry weight. We all know in Skyrim that sneak is very strong, so I actually found this a great way to subtly balance your sneak skill. It also makes sense that as a thief, you will steal items that also make you heavier and less likely to be able to sneak around. Overall, this is a perfect mod to balance your movement around your carrying capacity, as well as being highly adjustable to your own preferences. Next is the Missives mod, which adds a notice board to each of the 9 capital cities. On these boards, you can access a large amount of Radiant quests of varying difficulty for you to complete. These quests include bounties, retrievals, or even hunting, each being relatively easy to complete and offer a small reward. I find this a great simple way to gather a few simple quests for you to complete in both a lore-friendly and immersive manner. It's also fairly compatible with other mods and only requires a couple of patches for certain city overhauls, a great option for obtaining some small Radiant quests. Then we have the mod called Forsworn Brutality, a project which adds hanging victims and crosses to several Forsworn encampments around the Reach. This is intended to represent the brutal nature of the Forsworn and bring a much darker and violent tone to the world. I find this mod builds upon the world of Skyrim by showing the ongoing conflict between the Imperial Legion and Forsworn. These types of mods are great at expanding the history of the game and shows that the world doesn't solely revolve around the Dragonborn. A great addition to any mod list. The next mod is more of a framework called Faster HDT-SMP, which is responsible for giving physics to objects such as your armor, hair, or other items. In vanilla Skyrim, everything is very static. Your clothing or hair will not move at all when walking or running around, which isn't very realistic or immersive. With this mod, however, your clothing will sway with the movement of your body, and your hair will bob up and down as you walk around. Now this mod won't actually do anything by itself. You will also require an HDT-SMP compatible mod to see the movement physics in-game. For example, this Wind Ruler armor by default does not have any physics and will not move. However, if I also install the SMP patch, the red cloth and long ponytail will now move around. You can of course go crazy with as many physics mods as you want. However, I would recommend using some restraint, as adding a lot of physics can be very demanding on your game's performance. But I think having a few, especially your armor and hair, really add to the immersive nature of Skyrim and make your gameplay feel a lot more realistic. Next is the mod called Fire Hurts. Again, a very simple mod that makes fire sources such as fire pits or campfires actually hurt you when you walk in or around them. It's kind of strange that in Skyrim you could jump on a fire and not take any damage. Well, now that is fixed with a much more immersive solution. On top of that, the magic pillars like those found at the College of Winterhold will also damage you. However, they will also restore your magicka at the same time. A great little detail for your game. Now the original mod does have a few bugs, so you should also install the NG version of the mod, just load it after the original. Otherwise, it's a fantastic little mod. Then we have the mod called Flies Around Corpses by Mihail. This mod adds the sound of blowflies flying around any dead or dismembered bodies you come across in the world of Skyrim. Here's a little snippet. An awesome detail that, even though may be a little gross, adds that touch of immersion to your game. Basically, anytime you see meat or flesh in game will now be accompanied by the sounds of flies flying overhead. To clarify, this mod only includes sound effects, so you won't actually see any flies buzzing around. You can just enjoy the lovely immersive sound. And lastly is the immersive Courier mod. Skyrim is a harsh and cold land that shouldn't be tread lightly. Despite this, the Courier simply wears some light clothing and doesn't look like someone who spends all day travelling from one end of Skyrim to the other. But now with this mod, we can replace him with a much more hardened and better equipped Courier who looks much better suited to spending his days travelling to the four corners of the map. Again, this is just a simple mod that adds a nice touch of immersion to your game. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again next time. Cheers.